I was good, y'all. Welcome back to Hidden Rose. So today we have the update patch version 2.65 details. So we're going to be taking a look at the latest balance patch and seeing what they have in store for us for the next few months before the next DLC drops. So rebalance ninjutsu and secret techniques. So starting with attack type, flying Raijin jutsu. So increase ninjutsu speed and reduce time required to cancel into another action when activated. Also increase cooldown time or decrease cooldown time. So basically it's at 8 seconds on cooldown time now, and then just straight buffs all around for this. So I'm not sure exactly why they buffed this move. Maybe because of the new SS Plus item that's coming out. But yeah, we'll see how things go with this, but it's gonna be interesting now that it increased the ninjutsu speed. Flying Regiment level 2, kunai can no longer be blocked. Now hits enemies affected by kamui, so it's a counter to kamui. Kamui refers to kamui climax, kamui bond, time space hop, and sunlit medicine. Fire style burning ash decrease cooldown time, so you get that more frequently. Baryon Tailbreaker, this is something that went over in the developer's letter. So it increased the damage, decreased the effect duration of enemy downtime, and then adjusted the motion the enemy hit by the ninjutsu take to make it easier to follow up. So instead of knocking people back, it puts them in a different hit stun. That way you can combo enemies easier. Rasengan connection, remove, deactivate super armor effect on hit, and increase ninjutsu cooldown. So no longer a attack type flash slice. It's still super armor, still breaks guards. However, you just can't go through super armor like before. So very much needed nerf, and then they also made it 11 seconds instead of 9. So Demon Wind Bomb, increased shuriken damage, adjusted the motions that enemies hit by the ninjutsu additional attack, make it easier to follow up on combos, and then decrease cooldown time. So now this thing is 10 seconds, as well as the hit stun on the little kick. Now you can basically go into combos after it. So something else that they mentioned in the developer's letter: Sage Art, Wood Style, Shinsu Senju, Vertible 1,000 Armed Cannon, and Kojo Kebutsu Artifacts of the Buddha. So this long secret technique now reduce the secret technique gods needed for activation, as well as increase the number of fists, reduce the time between fists, increase fist attack range, increase fist speed, decreased activation time. So basically everything, like it'll seem like this lasts a long time, but in actuality it lasts the exact same time that it used to, but it's just now there's a lot more fists coming down, so you actually feel like Hashirama when you activate this ult. So I think this is the last things for attack type. So HL Chakra mode, increased effect duration, so now it lasts longer. Talking about Link mode, decreased damage of the additional command fake Fox Blast, so you're not doing as much damage as before. And then Nine Tails Rampage, decreased damage of additional command Rasengan. On to the best type in the game, multiple striking Shadow Snake, decreased cooldown time, now 9 seconds. Ray Breach, decreased cooldown time, now 10 seconds. So it's not gonna really affect too much on these, but should be pretty good. Heavy High Power, decreased cooldown time, that's the only thing. So the thing that they mentioned in the developer's letter about them being blockable, it's only applied to the trap items. So Heavy High Power just straight got a buff. Nothing changed there. And ninjutsu, 1,000 Needles of Death. The attacks from the pools created by this ninjutsu cannot be blocked. So I'm thinking it means can be blocked. So the pool, the little pool thing, while you're blocking, if someone puts the pool, it used to be an unblockable attack. Now it is blockable. Decreased cooldown time. So now it's 8 seconds instead of 10. Reduced time required to cancel into another action when activated. So basically you could like put it down and then move faster. So pretty good buff there. Flash Slice, decreased cooldown time, increased lunge duration. So Fire Style, Flame Dragon, Dragon Flame Ninjutsu. I didn't know who was complaining about this, but apparently this is something they mentioned in the developer's letter that people didn't like how powerful it was. But reduce the effect of the movement speed, decrease caused by wires. And then reduce the effect of the evasion range decrease caused by wires. So the little aura that they used to like slow people, you're not as slow anymore. So, and then C4 Karuda, you need more secret technique charge time to activate it. Tandem Paper Bomb, increased duration of the seals placed So basically, when you put down your tandem paper bomb, it stays for longer. I think it was like 50, 60 seconds, but now it's longer. So W to you tandem paper bomb fans. And then Heaven Conceal, the big star to show for range types. Reduce secret technique gods needed for activation, and also it now drops another boulder. So one thing I want you guys to know is that whoever you're locked onto, that's who the second boulder will attack. So the first one will go on to who you're looking at, and then the second one, you can, if you want to go to somebody else, you gotta make sure you're locked on. Otherwise, it'll just fall where you're at. So pretty cool. What are you guys gonna do about the second Cocoa Pebble, bruh? Love it. And then Karma Awakening, Curse Mark, same thing that they're doing with the second activation. Transformations, they're decreasing the additional input. So Massive Rasengan and the Chidori no longer do as much damage. So yeah, defense type. Some interesting stuff here. Wood style, dome wall, increase the duration of the wood wall. So now it lasts for longer, which is interesting because this is one of the moves that charges while the wall is up. So you're gonna be perpetually having walls up. Sand Shield, increased defense range, which is a pretty good size range, and increased attack range. So basically your Sand Shield, you're gonna be protecting a lot more stuff, easier to defend bases with. Sand Shower, decreased cooldown time, now 14 seconds instead of the, I think it was 15 that it was before. But 8 trigrams, Sazan Strike, adjusted the motions that enemies hit by this ninjutsu take to make it easier to change the combos. So Gold Dust, now a 5-second ninjutsu, the shortest cooldown in the game, beating the Choji partial expansion. Ransaw's Mausoleum, reduced secret technique gauge needed for activation, so you get it faster. And then 8 trigrams, 128 palms, added an unable to use substitution on hit effect, increased secret technique damage. So yeah, so they made it powerful, a little bit looking like it's glory days. So W to defense types are getting nothing but buffs. Look at all these up arrows, hidden jutsu, daikukten. So basically the reduced secret technique gauge needed for activation and increase the number of boulders. So not only gonna get it faster, but you're gonna be dropping more cubes on people's head. Flying Raijin, Jiku Shippu, Senko, Rendon, type 0, reduce secret technique gauge needed for activation, so you get it faster. And then Perfect Susano Kinchin, increased damage caused by the beams of light. All right, heal type, let's do it. So Shadow Stitching Jutsu, so basically the not possession but stitching, decreased cooldown time, so you're gonna be able to debuff people easier. Chakra Rebirth, reduce the effect of the defense increase, so people aren't gonna be as tanky. W nerf, this this jutsu is running rampant. But Lava Style, dissolving jutsu, increase the number of lava globules. I've never seen that word in my life, but you get more lava globules. And then adjusted to make the lava globules spread less, so it's more targeted. And then reduce time required to cancel into another action. So before you would like use the globules and then you'd be stuck in that like spit animation. Now you can do something else faster. So W buff. Yasuke Beads, decreased cooldown time, long time coming. Also with 80 God's Vacuum Fist, also decreased cooldown time, now 14 seconds. Instant jamming takes longer to get, which is definitely needed because before people were spamming it just by healing. And then Particle Style, Atomic Dismantling Jutsu, the move that they were hyping up. Now it fires a projectile that restrains enemies, and then they increase the beam explosion range. So this cube that it now does after people are caught with the little rock formation or whatever, people, they just like disintegrate in this massive cube, bro. So definitely gonna be interesting to see if it becomes meta or not. But yeah, definitely W for Particle Style. And now for the weapons and ninjutsu. So that's all the type ninjutsu specific stuff. Going on to Kawaki model, adjusted the motion enemies take hit midair, finishing attack to make it easier to follow up. So now you can charge and combo people a little bit easier. It's definitely interesting. For range type, Ink Scroll, Monk Lightning, increase strong attack form change speed. You can now cancel into another action when switching strong attack forms. So basically, you can basically combo and then switch form and then continue off what you're doing. So it makes it a little bit more fluid. Scientific Ninja Skyward Liking. So the bow increased weak attack speed. So the weak attack speed is now increased. Increased arrow attack range of the first and second weak attacks in a chain. So I don't know what it means by increased weak attack speed and increased arrow attack range of the first and second weak attack, but it sounds like buffs, even though they're saying it's nerfed. I don't know. But paralysis seal adjusted to the initial attack cannot be blocked. So I'm thinking it means can now be blocked. Increased duration of the sealed tags place. So they last longer, and then they last longer, and then also increased ninjutsu speed. So I'm guessing you place them down faster, which is definitely a W, bro. Definitely compensating for the fact that they're no longer unblockable, even though this was blockable before. But the Steel Tag Fake adjusted the initial attack cannot be blocked, so can now be blocked. Increased duration of the seals placed and increased speed. So to compensate for now being able to block, you can place it down faster and they last longer on the field. So I'm guessing you could get a lot more. So in heal types, Sage Arms, Monstrous Chaos, increased enhanced state effect duration. When in enhanced state, enemies hit no longer have their substitution cooldown time reduced. So what this means, guys, is that whenever you're throwing those little spears that come from the enhanced state, those spears don't charge the enemy's substitution bar faster. So normally when you hit somebody, their substitution charge would increase. So if they had a 30-second ninjutsu, it would drop down to like 20 or 15 the more you hit them. But with this buff, your regular hits will still charge the enemy substitution, but those little spears, those don't count towards enemy substitution. So essentially you can do more damage with this weapon. Paper bombs adjusted to the initial can't be blocked. Same thing. You can, I guess you can place more. And then weighted seals, same thing. And then general changes summon add-on Ninja Hide, increase movement speed for all rarities. So Ninja Hide runs faster. Stages old. Hidden Leaf Force, adjust placements of Gamakichi over the Battle of the Barrier. So yeah, they're moving Gamakichi's spawn locations in some of these maps for Barrier Battle, which, I mean, we don't really care. Okay, so we're here at the shop. So if you go to Shinobi Boost, you guys can see that they added some new, so let's just change Hidden Leaf Top, right? They added some more stuff. I believe 15 in total, 5 for each top, bottom, and accessory. So let's go down to Light Speed, Reckless Charge, all geared up, Splendor. So the new ones after Splendor and Spark Explosion, you have the 250,000 gold for Swift Resolution. Let me know what you guys think about the new outfit skills in the comments. With that being said, guys, I appreciate you guys for coming through and checking out this video. We're going to be doing some update showcases, but for right now, that's the patch notes. And yeah, you guys have a great day. Peace.